There are lots and lots of styles in Geometry Dash, and I would even in fact say infinite amount of styles in Geometry Dash. But in this video, I'm going to be breaking it down into 12 of the main ones pretty much, and ranking the best level of each of those styles. I usually only find myself talking about like realism or effect level styles most of the time, so it'd be cool to check out some other things other than that for once. Anyways, these are the 12 styles I'll be going over, which I would consider the main styles of the game that are most popular. And yeah, just remember this video is entirely my opinion, and it's completely fine if you disagree with everything I say here. And yeah, with that, let's get into the video. Alright, starting off with the layout 1.0 style. For this one, I would say it's gotta be Amorphia, or however you say this level's name. Yeah, this level is pretty much just a really cool layout. It's just got a lot of cool things going on, but for me, it kind of is carried by the boss fight. This only lasts a few seconds, but it's so smooth and so good looking that it just makes me really like this level. For layout style, at least. It just might be the smoothest animation I've ever seen in GD, and yeah, I don't know how that was made. It's insane. And yeah, overall, it's a pretty sick level. Nothing too crazy, but I mean, besides the boss fight. The boss fight's really crazy. But yeah, I don't think layout levels can really get much better than this. Alright, next up, we're going with 9 circles levels now. And I gotta say, my favorite is Solar Flare. Okay, this level just has really good decoration and a really cool theme. As the name says, it's kind of space, solar type themed, and it looks really nice. I also love this song. This song is such a banger. And yeah, it's also just really unique for 9 circles level. It uses a song that isn't like super dubstep-y. And yeah, I'm just a big fan of this level. Alright, now moving on to everyone's favorite style, we're talking about Hell style. Now for this one, there's a lot of upcoming top 1 Hell levels and stuff like that that actually do have some really cool decorations, despite being a little bit unoriginal. But call me an NPC all you want, I gotta say my favorite Hell level is probably Slaughterhouse. There's not really that many good Hell levels in this game, and I just think Slaughterhouse has some great atmosphere. Slaughterhouse has really intimidating looking gameplay too, and it looks super hard, and the song and the atmosphere, it might just be some of the best atmosphere in the whole game. And if you're gonna complain about the fact that this is a 4x speed generic top 1, well, this was kind of the one that invented that idea, so I wouldn't say this is unoriginal either. I just really think this level feels like a top 1 and has good decoration for its time too. There are definitely some better looking Hell levels out there, but I just think the atmosphere of this one makes it my favorite. Alright, now moving on to probably my least favorite style in the game, or one of them at least, Modern style. Yeah, so Modern style is pretty much the way you farm creator points. It's really simple, and I don't think it's too difficult to make, although I haven't made a modern level myself. But yeah, just seeing another generic modern level in the feature tab, nobody really cares about it that much. But there are definitely some good ones, and this is also a very generic take, but I gotta say my favorite modern level is Aku. I just think that Aku is really clean and looks really nice, and actually pretty unique for a modern level, and it has a really good song too. It's also really good for being a bit older especially. And yeah, I don't really know too many good modern levels at all, so I gotta say Aku's the best, because Aku's a good level. It's not nearly as generic and boring as most of them. Alright, now moving on to core style. So this style is a bit weird. I like barely know any levels that actually use this, and they're all pretty damn messy and really unoptimized from what I know. But yeah, I really don't know many core levels, so let me know if there's any better ones, but I gotta say Bloodlust, if that even counts. I do think Bloodlust counts for this, though even though I did Hell levels earlier, I feel like Bloodlust still counts for this. But yeah, Bloodlust is really iconic, and the decoration still holds up a bit today, but I know that it was really good for its time. It's a really iconic top 1 that pretty much everyone knows about, and it's really just cool to have Bloodbath get extended and even more difficult for the revival pretty much of being the top 1. But yeah, I really couldn't think of too many core levels, so I gotta go with Bloodlust here. Let me know if there's any I'm missing though. Alright, next up we got 1.9 style. 1.9 is just such an iconic update of this game to where it's pretty much widely considered to be a whole style. There are definitely some levels that push the limits of 1.9, but one that I really like and think is my favorite has gotta be Eternus. Eternus is another impossible level made by Ryan Ice Caved and more, and I don't know why I'm saying this because you probably know exactly what this level is, but this level has some sick decoration. It has a really cool song. It just has some really good looking pulses, and purple is a very cool color. I like that it uses purple. This gameplay is just so cool to watch, and it just looks so intimidating and like an actual cool impossible level. There are definitely some really good 1.9 themed levels and better looking ones than this, but I just like this one a lot. I definitely think it's a big step up from Acheron and Tartarus, which were both not bad for 1.9 style, but this is quite a bit better, I would say. Alright, now moving on to the levels that have some of the most mind-blowing things ever made in GD, mini games. There's some really incredible mini games in this game, such as 3-Depth, Decay, and Working Together are just some of them that I really like. But honestly, for my favorite minigame the entire game, I gotta go with Floating Outskirts by YoReed. So this level is pretty much a 2.1 platformer level, so this was made before platformer existed and was like a recreation of it. Not only is that cool, and I can't even imagine how it was made, but I just feel like the decoration in this level is so awesome. Like, just look at some of these stages. This art style is so cool, and I can't believe I forget about this level. I'm glad I'm just remembering now that this exists. It just looks really sick, and I know this is probably a pretty hot take for the best minigame in GD because there's so many amazing ones, but I just really love the style of this. And I'm pretty sure this is also one of the hardest minigames in Geometry Dash 2, which is cool. Alright, now moving on to one of the styles that seems to get a lot of hate, we got Glow. Glow style can be sometimes sloppy, but I honestly think it's pretty overhated because there's a lot of really good looking Glow levels and they do take a lot of effort. But to be fair, there's definitely some pretty sloppy ones too that are just made to farm creator points, kind of like modern style. But I think the best Glow levels gotta be I See Stars. This is a pretty new level made for the NCS Gauntlet and put in the NCS Gauntlet. The first time I watched it, I honestly thought it was really boring, was kind of disappointed it was placed in the Gauntlet, but it kind of grew into me. I still think it got a bit overplaced, but there's definitely some really cool sections in this level. It has a really good song and it's really well done for how long it is too. I think the gameplay is alright too. I thought I was going to have a horrible time with it because it's a long level, but it actually didn't end up being bad. I really like this section where there's all this parallax here and this other section with like this city type of background. I think these are really cool. Due to that, I don't know if it would be considered a Glow level, but I would still say it is. But yeah, I See Stars, it's a very cool level. Alright, now moving on to one of the most loved styles in the game, but one that I'm kind of a big hater of, we got effect levels. Effect levels seem to be loved by a lot of the community, but I feel like they're kind of messy and weird looking a lot of the time. But there are definitely some incredible effect levels that I really like a lot. And for my favorite, I gotta say Menace by Manny Heffley. This level is a solo extreme demon with a song that was also made by the creator of the level. It's somewhere in the top 15 too, so it's a really difficult level. But this level, it just looks really cool and has a really cool theme and story type of thing to it. It's just incredibly unique and also has a lot of really cool gameplay gimmicks, and according to Zoink, it's really fun, so I think it's fair to say this is a fun level too. I'd still say the level feels a tad messy in some parts, but that's because I kind of think every effect level looks messy. I really love the effects in this though, and has a really cool story, song, everything's cool about it. Alright, moving on to art style, a really awesome style that I love a lot. This one's really easy to choose for me. Of course, I gotta say one of my favorite levels in the game, Magistro. Magistro has a really awesome art style with a bunch of parallax and a bunch of depth and layers to it. It has a bunch of epic dragons and epic art, and it's just one of the best levels in the game, I would say. Although I hear some complain about the gameplay, I beat it myself and I thought it was really fun. It took a bit of learning, but it's really fun once you learn it. I don't really get why this level isn't mythic because it literally got placed above WannaCry, which got mythic, which WannaCry is really good, but I think this is quite a bit better. And the song is such a banger, like this actually might be my favorite song at the moment. The song is so catchy. But yeah, anyways, I've talked about this level quite a bit before because it always comes up whenever I'm talking about good levels because I like it a lot. But yeah, it's such a banger. Alright, now moving on to my favorite style in the game, we got Realism. If you know me, you already know that I love these levels. I just think they look beautiful. I don't know why. I just think they look so awesome. And I gotta say my favorite Realism level and my favorite level in Geometry Dash is Metamorphosis. I think it has a really good song, a good atmosphere, has a really cool story and theme behind it. But most importantly to me, the decoration is just beautiful. I just really think this is the best decoration in Geometry Dash, and yeah, I'm a huge fan of it. Now I won't talk about the gameplay. I don't know if the gameplay is good or not. I haven't beaten it yet. And this level is definitely a bit unoptimized, which keeps me from saying it's a perfect level, but it's definitely a really good level. This level is definitely robbed of mythic in my opinion. Alright, lastly, we got another style that I don't like very much. I consider this the newest style on the list because, I mean, this is only really added in 2.2. We've got Pixel style. Now, I don't really like Pixel style all that often because I feel like it's really low effort and you could just use default blocks and you don't have to put much effort into your block design at all. But there are definitely some really well made ones, and the one I'm about to mention is really good. It's actually the first platformer level on the list, and this one's a mythic. And this is none other than Pixel Path 2. This is a level with some really good atmosphere, some really good designs, and just has a really cool vibe. It has a lot of sick parts all around, such as the chase sequence that actually feels pretty scary, like a monster is coming after you. And yeah, it has a great sound effect usage and probably one of the best end screens I've seen in the entire game. But this level definitely has some issues too, such as some really bad optimization. And from what I've heard, the gameplay is really bad. I've in fact not played it myself because the gameplay seems really bad and I don't want to try it. But yeah, I'm not gonna say for sure whether it is or not. Let me know for any Pixel Path 2 players what y'all thought about it. But yeah, for the level that uses pixel blocks, I think it's really well done. I like that's not just generic pixel spam, and it's actually used to make some really cool art and vibes to it. But yeah, decoration wise and atmosphere wise, I think this level is great. And yeah, that's about it. That's all of what I would consider are the main styles of Geometry Dash. This video was a bit weird because it is pretty subjective what you consider to be like a style in Geometry Dash. But yeah, this definitely wasn't a perfect video at all, but I still hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Let me know if there's any other styles you think I should go over, any levels I should have included here. And if you enjoyed this video, I got a playlist right here full of a bunch of other videos just like this you might enjoy too. And see y'all in the next one.